Damn. Nobody here. I might as well try and smoke my brains out. Well, I guess I could say, how's it going out there in La La Land for all you people that are going to be watching this later? The show is never really an exciting show, not too often. And even less exciting today because I'm going downtown. I guess it's exciting when I get back. I don't know. If you get too excited, then an even bigger disappointment to a person. But if you don't get excited over too much, well, you're hardly ever disappointed either. No. How's it going? Whoever came in? Hello? Gone again. Oh, that don't fucking work. Hmm. 107? Mm-hmm. So, hey to whoever's watching. So, on again. Sun gone, eh? Hey, Epic, how's it going? Oh, better than it was this morning. What's the matter, my happy? Yeah, I guess so. At least it didn't look so obviously that I had my chin up all the time. Hey, Bow Hunter, how's it going? They're gonna fuck sakes. Well, I used hair trimmers on it, so it wasn't a close shave. I took it down to where a woman hates it the most. It was just bristly and hard. Cable Hunter. Hey, any fan? Well, you're not all that late, so. Oh, fuck. Well, I feel a bit better now, but still, it's not that good a day. And when I woke up, it was a shit day. But I'll get over it. LT man. I would say it's a Thunderbird. It's a East Coast, or I mean West Coast native. And what the hell they call it, I don't know. Well, fucking deer on the streets again. Well, maybe Jack. Well, Nicholson looks like me. I thought about it, LT, and then just one day I said, fuck it, I'm doing it. And he was gone. I left Josh's show about 11:30 or a quarter to 12, and I had it. And when I started my show at 1 o'clock, it was gone. but it will grow back. Oh yeah, there's it's dark. I'm not one of those guys that can shave in the morning and have a 5 o'clock stubble in the afternoon. It takes 2 or 3 days. Fucking wind is a little nippy out there. Yeah, I knew a guy that he used to have a little wee thin mustache, and he always spent time fucking playing with it, and I told him, hell, what you cultivate on your face, I can grow wild on my ass. But he still kept a mustache anyways. Well, thank you, Bull Hunter. You're the only person that has said that. Everybody likes to fill people full of shit and tell them how good looking and how much younger they are when they get their hair cut, or doesn't make them look any younger, just makes them look different. I wonder if I should go to the post office today. Uh, yeah, but Lulu likes everything. Hard to tell when the truck is getting warm when there's no freaking snow on it. That's right, Annie. Oh, fuck that, LT. That's not the way to be a salesman. Any thing is, on Friday and Saturdays, you take two gummies instead of just the one. And then when you get to Sunday, you take the one mile. Hell, that's nowhere near as good as the last two, so it won't bother you as much. You can get up in the morning. Cold shower, coffee, and a jog should take that right out of your head, anyways. Get out and get some fresh air. Maybe that's a problem. You're too fogged up from being inside all the time. Yeah, anytime you eat any kind of weeds product, it takes an hour, sometimes before it kicks in, sometimes longer, sometimes less, depending on who you are. Yes, because the THC uh, is soluble in oils and fats. No, LTE. That's not the way you do it. Don't do it that any way any. That's the way for a meek mind, a weak mind. You gotta use your mind to counteract all that stuff. Hey, Josh. Oh, I guess I should get ready and go downtown. So, I'll put on some music, I guess. Oh, you bees watching a Chevy Impala. If anybody's interested, they could go over there. You be chilling. Fuck me. Oh, no. That's only one song. Fuck. For fuck's sakes, when I'm not looking for them, those mixes, they just all pop up in front of me. But when I want to find them, guarantee, man, anybody beside me is a lightweight.
I'm gonna need someone to help. I'm gonna need somebody's hand. I'm gonna need someone to hold me down. I'm gonna need someone to care. I'm gonna ride and shake my body. I start pulling down my hair. I'm gonna cover myself with the ashes of you, and nobody's gonna give a damn. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One of the days, this can't be me. Son of a bitch, if I take this weed, I'm gonna drink my name. Now for 17 years I've been going in back. 17 more will bury me. And somebody please just tie me down. Ah, somebody give me a goddamn drink. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One more night, take me away. Son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my drink. My heart is breaking and shaking, blood's crawling all over me. My heart is breaking and shaking, blood's crawling all over me. My heart is breaking and shaking, blood's crawling all over me. My heart is aching and shaking, blood's crawling all over me. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One more night, step in me. Son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my head. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. Son of a bitch, just step in me. Son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my Wait. I didn't get you nothing. What the hell?
Hmm. Yeah.
Well, whoever's come back, hi. Nice of you to be so talkative, but I understand it. I guess. And the wind is still fucking chilly out there. And seeing as I haven't said it much in the last little while, you can go fuck yourself. You have no right to restrict our speech. That isn't hateful. It's not oppressive. And you are not the fucking government. So, fuck to YouTube and to Google, their parent company, and to both CEOs. And while we're saying fuck it, fuck the governments. Those cocksuckers are just going to ruin everything in the world. Well, I've already done it. I just gave you a big chunk of meat. Hey? Like you need more. You're a little guy. Yeah, you're a little guy. How's it going, UK?
Hey, I've just seen you come on, so I thought I'd beg. Oh, you've been on for nearly an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was on. I've just been doing some stuff in my garage and doing stock rotation on the food, and I'm on another channel as well, and just put it on mute. And then I just thought I'd have a quick sniff about, and there you are, regular as clockwork. Good to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, I come on every day at the same time. 8 o'clock your time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. How's your day been? Good?
Yeah, it was pretty shitty this morning, and it's still not great.
Well, weather or health?
Pain.
I know. I think it's something to do with weather. Or I don't know. Do you suffer more in the winter?
It doesn't make a difference.
Sorry to hear that. And I get better. I get a little bit eases off during the summertime. Yeah, because the weather's not so damp and stuff like that. But I mean, last night I went to bed, it felt like I swallowed a razor blade. Every time I swallowed, no jokes. Right, it was quite painful. Then I started getting a bit of arthritis, and got arthritis in my wrist tonight and in my shoulder. So I think I'm gonna have a long night again. But I miss sleep. You know what I mean, don't you? I like to sleep. If I don't get no sleep, I'm worth a shit the next day. And I don't want to keep doing sleeping tablets.
Lemon and honey is good for your throat.
Sorry?
Lemon and honey is good for your
throat. I got some good honey I bought back from Spain, up from the mountains, from the market. So cheap. I mean, 2 liters of pure honey, not this mixed stuff with syrup or whatever it is. This is proper pure honey. When we bought it, it worked out about, in Canadian dollars, probably about $8 in Canadian for 2 liters. Here in England, wow, that would probably cost you about $80. I'm not lying either, easily. Yeah, honey's good. Honey's a good thing. Honey and milk, honey and Horlicks before you go to bed at night. It's a nice thing to have. Who's in the chat log?
I think I pay $6 a pound.
Wow. Why is it so cheap? No, it's not. It's in Canada. So my wife just came in to do the laundry load.
It's just a mile or so down the road. I get it right from the fucking bee farmer. Pay no justice. That's why I get it so cheap, I guess.
Well, we got farmers. Well, we do have bees in England. What's left of them? And wow, no. It's much more money than that.
Yeah, I pay about $12 a kilogram, $6 a pound.
That's cheap. And you get all different ones, like one's for coffee, one for this, one for that.
No, this is just they take it in off the field and pasteurize it, and you got it right after pasteurization. I'd like to get some before pasteurization, but that seems to cost a shitload of money.
Yeah, there's another one. It's a very specialist one. I can't remember what it's called. Honecker. It sounds like Honecker, but it's not Honecker. It sounds like it. Do you know which one I'm on about?
No.
Let me have a look. It's in like pharmacies or these health shops. Here we go. Manuka.
Never heard of that.
Right, so this is 250 grams. So that's what, a quarter of a kilo, £25.
Yeah.
In English, so that would be about $33 Canadian dollars.
But I don't know what it is, so.
Oh, there's another one here. Black seed honey. 1 kilo, 32, so that's about $40.
Yeah, no, we don't have stuff like that here. We have mostly they're put on hay crops, clover crops, alfalfa crops to they make the best honey. And I've tasted honey from southern BC and another place out by Edmonton, and I actually like the taste from the honey right here.
So our fuel again today has just gone fucking ludicrous. Somebody gave me on good authority that if you work for a company, they give you a fuel card, to go and get the gas, and it's charged to the company. Well, I've got a friend of mine that works for one in England. We'll see if it's bullshitting or not. I got it wrong, but apparently tomorrow the fuel is going up another 30%. It's nearly £10. It's nearly about $13 a gallon at the moment.
Yeah, that's just fucking bullshit. We could only hope that there'll be a dip in trading stock, and then all them fuckers on Wall Street will all jump out the windows.
Oh yes, yes.
Because they're the ones that are making or getting all this to happen.
Of course, look, the West, as you probably well know, you're not a silly man. You work it out quite quickly. The West have provocated all this stuff going on. They're supplying all the weapons to Ukraine. They're using them as a puppet. It's the US. It's the US that got him in to power in the first place. The comedian guy, the president there. And I'll tell you one thing I know is Putin is not profiteering from the fuel.
Hey, that guy may have been an actor, but that doesn't mean he won't turn out to be a good fucking president.
No, that's true. That's true. But he's breaking all the agreements. It's a long story, and it's another one of those creating divide things that's been put into the public. Like wear a mask, don't wear a mask, have the jab, don't have the jab, and all that bullshit. Just to divide us. At the end of the day, people in Russia, people in Ukraine, people in USA, Canada, UK, we're the ones that are normal people. We're the ones that are going to suffer.
Yeah. Rich never suffers, just poor.
Yeah. I thought about another thing about the rich the other day. When have you ever known, say, like a president or a queen or a king of a country ever get cancer and die? Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah.
You never hear of anybody high up die of cancer or anything like that. I do believe there is a cure for it. There is a cure found. But it's too much of a moneymaker, isn't it? With the donations and stuff.
Well, I've heard that weed oil,
CBD oil, yeah,
or THC oil, cure cancer. It cures cancer from my little bit of knowledge of it. The guy had a brain tumor. He lives about 10 miles south of here. And he had a brain tumor, and he just started taking
CBD oil.
Well, over here it's called Rick Simpson oil.
It's called what, sorry?
Rick Simpson oil.
Is that a brand name?
No, that's the guy who invented oil to cure cancer.
Yeah.
He didn't invent it, but he's the one that come up with it. He had cancer, and he started taking it himself, and it worked.
He's still alive?
Well, I don't know if he still is. That was quite a few years ago, 20, 30 years ago, something like that.
And I have looked into it a bit. one of the reasons being is when I go down to Spain and we stay at this place called La Marina near south of Alicante. And like I said before, I think I've told you before that apparently it's renowned as being one of the most healthiest places in the world. And I don't disbelieve it, because when I go down there, what started the conversation was I sat around a pool chatting to this guy, and because we go down there, we used to go down there for 2 or 3 months at least. And after about 10 days, Myron, my arthritis, it's nothing to do with the heat. Trust me, it's not the heat, because I stayed elsewhere in Spain and other countries, and it's still bad. But the where we were, there's something about the area. And I said to this guy, I said, look, you know what? When I come down here, after about 10 days, I'm like I'm 18 again. My wife loves it, obviously. Yeah, back in the saddle. And it just, and he goes, you know why that is, don't you? I said, no, well, it's not the weather, I said to him. He goes, no, it's not the weather. Because La Marina is officially the world's most healthiest place. I said, oh, shut up. He goes, look, mate, there's people down here, they've come down here with 3 months terminal cancer. They're still alive 10 years on. And I started speaking to my neighbour by the villa. And he said, yeah, I come down here a few years ago. I had terminal cancer as well. I said, what, really? He said, honestly. I goes, wow. He goes, but what I do is there's different laws over here, and you've got this CBD oil, whatever you want to call it. And it's a proper, it's not like the stuff you get in England. That's pathetic. It's like non-alcoholic beer for the properties it gives. But the ones in Spain, because you're allowed to grow up to 5 cannabis plants for personal use, the stuff they sell in the shops is proper grade. It's good stuff, not this Mickey Mouse stuff, as they call it. And yeah.
Well, see, that's because you guys don't know very much about it. The CBD oil will help cure cancer. It works for a lot of other things too. It will help with rashes. It helps with aches and pains.
Tourette's. Yeah, Tourette's.
Yeah.
Epilepsy.
Yeah, it just helps for so many things. And the THC does too. And if you mix them about half and half, you won't get high off of the THC. The CBD will counteract that THC. Hey.com.
So, which beggars the question: why is it more widely available? They are starting to do it on prescription in England, because, like I said before, England is Europe's biggest producer of cannabis, although it's illegal.
What do you? Everybody, once it's all legal, everybody will be able to cure their own fucking cancers.
Yeah, exactly. And then where were the donations? Where were they getting the money for the donations?
Donations, fuck, that's a lot of fucking money they get.
90% on average is spent on admin costs. So if a place got, like $1,000 for argument's sake, $900 will go to expenses for staff, electric, heating, the bills for the management. These people that work for these charities are on six-figure sums a year working for charity. It's bollocks.
Yeah.
So, like they say, charity begins at home, Myron.
Yeah.
What are you smoking tonight?
Well, that oil I'm vaping, and I'm smoking a bit of the weed I got. I had a few hits off of the live resin this morning. I just keep ingesting.
That liquid vape, that's a cannabis vape, yeah, I'll take it. I'll let you hold it. Yeah, I'll let you hold it in. That's very, very, very expensive in England. Really expensive. That's like the posh stuff.
50. I think it cost me $52 or $53.
How many milliliter?
Half a gram is what they call it. Well,
They give you a
probably
little, they give you a little bottle, don't they? And you refill it that way, yeah?
no.
Huh?
You gotta order another one.
Oh, it's disposable.
You just order this piece. This you keep. This is a battery. And you screw it together.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that must be that's legal then over there. That thing that's how it's produced. Whereas in England, you buy it, you have your own vape, and they give you a liquid, usually like 70 milliliters in a little vase or little bottle, and you fill it up yourself. But like I said, it's very expensive, very, very expensive.
Well, this would be $100 a milliliter, $100 a gram. Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, it ain't worth that fucking much.
I was going to say, because the other hardcore way you do your things with the resin and all the other contraptions that you've got to get the most out of what you can get, yeah, that must be like an appetizer. That vape for you.
Nothing really affects me too much.
Yeah.
I would, if I got arrested for
DUI.
smoking weed and driving, I'd say, hey, prove that I'm impaired. That's what you got to do. You got to prove that I'm impaired.
So they can't. So over there in Canada, like in the UK, if I got pulled over, they do a swab on your hand and everything, or in your mouth, to see the THC content. Is that right? Yeah, THC of how much I smoked, and that's how they get you.
Yeah. So wherever they start with their baseline, because I smoke so fucking much, my baseline is way up here. Okay, I'll put it up like this. Way up here.
Look at the dog. Look at your dog. What the hell are the dogs going? I was sleeping. I wonder if the dogs get a little bit high from the smoke. Because they're ever so quiet, aren't they? They don't ever start barking or anything. It's very rare that I've heard them bark.
Well, they get bored, and all they do, they sleep a lot of the time.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Do they get the munchies as well?
No.
Oh, dear.
It doesn't really affect them that much.
Yeah.
That I've noticed.
Well, they're happy. They're catered for. They're well fed. They get to poop in the garden. Well, and they get cuddles and tummies rubbed. What more can they ask for?
Yeah.
How old are they?
The big one is 10, and he is somewhere between 13 and 16.
Wow. That's a good age.
Yeah, I only got him, let's see, 2016, so 6 years ago. I got Effie 7 years ago.
Was he like a rescue dog?
She was from the SPCA. He was from my cousin. I got him and his mom.
Yeah.
My cousin didn't want him anymore. He was going to get rid of him.
Oh,
And I had Effie, but she was too quiet. She never barked at anybody. So I got him and his mom, and then the barking's on. Everything gets barked at around here. Fucking kids are playing across the street quite a ways away, and he's barking at them.
go on, have a toke. I won't ask you any questions. I bet you're gagging for it. Don't hold it in very long, do you?
Nope.
So I find if you hold it in longer, you get more of a absorbing and not less waste.
How do you know?
I used to smoke myself back in the day, mate. I used to do bongs and everything, and what you're doing now, I used to be right into it when I was younger.
Did you cough a lot?
On the bucket bongs, you get a 3-litre Coke bottle, and you cut the bottom of it off, and you put a chillum on the top, and you sink it down so the water line just goes below the chillum, and then you light it, and then you pull the bottle up so that the water drains away but sucks in the air through the top and fills the bottle with, pure smoke. Then you take the chillum off, and then you go down on it really hard, and you inhale. Oh, fuck me. You're slaughtered. I should have told. Don't tell me you've never done that.
No.
Oh my God. That's it. That's it. You do that, you're doing fuck all for the rest of the day. Honestly, it's evil. It's evil. It's not sociable. It's the kind of thing you do to somebody that's just getting into smoking. It's a bit of a sadistic thing, really. But if you want to fucking hit and you want to be fucking mullered quick and fast, that is the one to do. So just cut the bottle off so you get even a 2-litre bottle, a 2-litre empty plastic bottle.
Okay, yeah, but that's just off of weed, isn't it?
No, or no, you can put resin in it. Not resin. Solids. You fluff it, break it up, and put it in the top.
Yeah.
It's fucking evil. I can't believe you've not done that.
This is probably around. Wow, fuck! I can look right here. It doesn't really say what percentage it is. Doesn't really say what percentage of fucking THC the resin is.
You want to give it a try one time? Give it a try. Don't do it live though, because I think you might. I'm not saying you would, but you might just end up sitting down in a chair.
If it's something that might affect my ribs or my front, I ain't gonna try it. Like if I gotta do too much fast moving or anything,
No, there's no fast moving. So I'll explain to you one more again. So like you got your sink where you do your dishes, or a bucket. Get a bucket, fill it up with water, and then get a 2-litre bottle, or maybe a one litre. Just try it on that first to see how you get on with it. Or a 2-litre bottle. Just cut the bottom off the bottle, the very bottom, the very, very bottom of it. And then get your chillum, you know, you put in the top, make sure it's all nice and secure and put it in there. And then put your mix in there, however you do it. You might want to put a little bit of tobacco in it. It's up to you. And the resin. You could do it with weed as well. And then push down the bottle till it's about half an inch or so on it, a couple of inches away from the chillum, because you don't want to get that wet, obviously. And then light it. As you light it, then slowly pull up the bottle so that the water starts to come out the bottom, but it's sucking in the air from the top, and it fills up the chamber of the bottle with pure smoke from the chillum. You know, like. And then once it's got to the top, take the chillum off, and then go down on it. Oh, that sounds really bad saying that. You know what I mean, though, don't you? It sounds fucking sexual, but it is. That's what you do, and then hold it in. You will. I'm pretty confident.
I don't hold anything in because if it makes me cough, my ribs hurt. And I ain't fucking.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe just try it with a little bottle. Try it with a little Coke bottle or something, a plastic one. But it does. I've done 3 litre ones, and fuck me, it does. It gets to the back of your throat. You might start choking after, you know. But it's a mental hit. But I don't want to encourage you to do that because, like you said, you got bad cage and everything. So I don't want to do anything that'll cause you pain. I used to just like smoking. You used to get a coconut, and we used to call it the nut. And what you do is you bore out the coconut inside through the little holes at the top, and you make a little hole and you put a tube in it, and then you can either use like blue tack or like a resin to seal it in, fill it up with water, and then on the other side you got the chillum. I'm trying to teach you how to suck eggs here, and then you suck it through the you light the chillum and you suck through the pipe. You've seen that? You must have seen that around before.
Yeah. Well, I've seen water pipes.
Yeah, same kind of thing. But we used to make them out of coconuts because those kind of things weren't really in the shops like they are now in the UK. I mean, for you guys, do you get things? Do you know what a 9 bar is?
Nope.
Well, so it's a 9 ounces of like soap bar. You know, like solids, and they call it soap bar because it looks like a big piece of soap, but brown, obviously. And then while I was doing it, then that used to be about to buy on the streets off a dealer about $120 for 9 ounces. As a dealer, I used to get. Not me, obviously. I'm not a dealer. What am I just saying? If I was a dealer, a kilo of that would be, which is 28 ounces, would be, how much was it? God, it wasn't very much. It was cheap. But weed wasn't really smoked so much back then when I was doing it. People were more into the solids. You know, the Lebanon, the gold. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you've been from a completely different situation than what I have.
And sometimes we get it, and it'd be a bit dry. There's not much around. And you get some, and we used to call it diesel. Because what happens is, where the guys have smuggled it from Europe into UK, they've obviously had it in their fuel tanks. And sometimes it's leaked into the resin a little bit, and you can smell and taste the diesel. But fuck it, you still smoked it. But a good thing about smoking weed, when you get the munchies, all that stuff that never gets eaten in the back of your cupboard, it's been there for years, is suddenly the most appetizing thing when you've got fuck all else in the house. You'll eat Weetabix that's been there for 7 years, or shredded wheat with a bit of peanut butter or something.
Doesn't affect me.
When you start first smoking, did you get the munchies then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. You're a veteran on it now, though, so that's why.
Or maybe it's the pain I'm going through.
Yeah. So I think you said it's about over 20 years you've been going through this.
Yeah, off and on. Last 11 and a half years solid straight.
I don't know what I can do to help you, mate. I wish I could use a solution.
There's nothing can be done for me.
Has Sweetleaf come up with any suggestions? You
No.
know Sweetleaf, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of stuff don't work. If morphine and fentanyl together wouldn't work to fucking curb the pain, I don't see how some.
Well, having said that, I mean, like I said, I've had morphine, I've had all the tramadols and all those things. I can swallow them like Smarties. They do fuck all to me. But somebody suggested taking turmeric and things like that. And I started taking turmeric, and it has. And do you know what? I haven't taken it for ages. Actually, I forgot. I got loads here as well. But you keep forgetting things with all the bullshit in life and getting distracted. But that turmeric with black pepper and ginger does help. I don't know. It's just an old age recipe. Lots of friends of mine that are Indian and other things like that have told me, yeah, try that. Their grandmothers swear by it. And it's not expensive either to get in capsules. Cod liver oil.
Until you understand what I'm going through, you just I've heard all of this before. It doesn't work. There's nothing works.
I understand that, mate, but I can't help but just at least try. I don't know. You probably heard it before. I don't know, but if there's anything, you never know. You might not have ever heard that, and you might have said, "Well, I'll give that a go," and then come back this time and say, "Yay!" But I can't help but try, Marvin.
It's a fresh. This one in front is a fresh injury all the time.
Yeah.
My flesh is shredding apart. In the side, the cartilage between my ribs is disappearing, so it's grinding on each other. You know, the shards are grinding on each other.
Okay.
So there's not much you can do for it. Well, this one, if they could figure out what it's the matter, which it's a tear in the diaphragm or pleura, but they can't find it on the pictures. But if they could sew that one closed for me, and the one that's down lower. But there's nothing that they could do for my ribs.
Have you had a CT scan? You know what that is, don't you? Where you lay down and they do this thing, and it's really still no good.
For CAT scans, 4 MRIs, 3 or 4 with the fucking juice.
Yeah, I understand. The dye. They put a dye in your body, don't they?
Yeah. What the fuck else? Well, all kinds of x-rays and every other fucking thing.
How common is your like with other people? How common is your symptoms with other people? How many people? 1 in a million, or is it a recognized thing?
What do you mean?
I mean, where you got this pain, and you said they can't see it. Is that correct on the scans and stuff?
Yeah.
How many other people are affected?
Well, I don't know. I've been laying here, and most of the time I haven't really cared whether I do or not. A lot of times I wanted to die for a while.
I know. You said.
I don't know. I really don't care. I just gotta endure it. It's the only thing I can do. Even if I got sort of my health back, it would take a long time to get back into any kind of shape. I've been pretty much laying here for 12 years now, or sitting here. I sort of like getting up and going to get a tea or something.
I mean, I understand. I'm nowhere near active as what I used to be, because if I go for a walk, my hips start hurting after a while, and this and that, and the medication one of them that he gave me, like I said to you, this like chemotherapy treatment, just ended up where they changed the formula. It used to work quite well, but then they changed it one year, and that night I had a heart attack. And they now have finally admitted it. When I saw my consultant, my doctor specialist, beginning of the week, he said, well, what are we going to do? I said, well, look, all the stuff you're offering me, the only thing that worked good was that chemotherapy. He goes, yeah, but we can't do that anymore. You know you had a heart attack. And since then, we have seen 2 other patients have heart attacks as well, and died. I said, yeah, but this other thing you want me to try now, my wife's looked into it, and basically you're using me as a guinea pig. There's a lot of side effects. He goes, what do you want to do then? I said, well, to be honest, I just feel like I'm at the end of the road. I'm not being disrespectful to your profession, and you're trying, but over the years, you keep trying this, trying that. I've had adverse side effects where my gums were bleeding, my lips were all split, bleeding. I lost a couple of teeth because of that injection medication you give me. And he goes, well, to be honest, I just have to endure it, I suppose. Some of the things you've offered are giving me a choice of, there's a risk of death. I'd rather be in pain and still be able to provide to my family in some ways than to be totally gone and leave them on their own.
Yeah.
So I can understand some of the things that you tell me. Like I said, I'm not in the pain that you're in, because you must be in a great deal of pain to keep having to smoke the weed and everything else to try and take the slight edge off it.
Yeah, it doesn't really take much edge off of it. Which is too bad.
Hey, James is in the house.
Hey, Winnie, how's it going?
I'm not, bloody hell, I've not giving you a thumbs up. Sorry about that, Myron. I've just realised I've not given a light up.
Doesn't matter, you're here.
Yeah, but I always show support. There were times in the past where I've been busy doing things. I've just quickly flicked through while I've had a quick cigarette in a break while I'm carrying on with things. And I've seen you. And sometimes, like other people as well, I might see them on there and it's a long-winded conversation, or they're all having a good chat. So I just give it at least a thumbs up, just to give it support to help the channels. It's respect.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that's lacking in the world this these days is respect.
Yeah.
I was always brought up to respect your elders and women and children. I'm that diehard where if I'm walking into a store or somewhere and I see a woman coming or she's behind me, I'll stop and open a door for her. There's nothing wrong with being a gentleman.
Fuck, I did it when I went downtown. There was a woman out with a box of bread, so I stepped out of the way, let her come out first, and then I go into the next door, and there's a guy coming with a box of bread, so I held the door open for him. This is just being nice. Fuck, more
It is.
people were like that. There'd be a lot more people getting on.
Good karma. Oh, James, if you got depending on what kind of smoke detector you've got, sometimes when you put a new battery in, you have to press and hold the test button afterwards. And also, give it a good blow because sometimes you get a dust build-up in the sensor and it causes a false alarm. So I install these things like, security stuff and that. So sometimes when you put a new battery, and it could also be, you might have a dud battery. You can buy a brand new battery and it could be a dud. Check the sell-by date on it. Normally they're 9 volts and you can put your tongue on the end of it. If it gives you a good tingle, it's quite good. There's little 9-volt batteries with 2 ends on it. If you put them on your tongue, you get a little tingle on the end of your tongue. Yeah, it's quiet in the chat tonight. Normally you have Slow Burner and quite a few other ones. They don't go live yet.
Whatever, look. Maybe, Epic is live.
I'll tell you how things have changed, Myron. I'll tell you how things have changed in schools. My boy, like I said the other night, fuck all the dramas that are going on in the world. Fuck the World War III. Fuck the Kool-Aid. I've got more pressing matters. My boy who's 16 has now got a girlfriend. Apparently she's not his girlfriend. But he came down the other day with his he's never done this before. That's what got me suspicious. This girl has come and stayed here for a few days. He's got her locked up in his bedroom. We never seen nothing of her. And I even asked him one day, you haven't murdered her, have you? You haven't played some silly game and she's dead in your bedroom? He goes, no, why? I said, well, why haven't you brought her down? Why haven't you introduced us? And he goes, no, Dad, go away. Anyway, then he come down the next day. He just comes down to get some food, but takes a load of food up to the bedroom. And that's it. We don't see nothing of them. The door's shut. There's no noise or nothing. And then he come down like those tennis players where they drape a jumper over their necks and tie the arms together at the front. This is in the house. So I was looking at it. I was like, what are you? And so I was waiting, and he had his back to me in the kitchen. I quickly dragged it off him. He's got those hickeys, those love bites around his neck. I goes, what the fuck is that? He goes, oh, go away, Dad, go away. Anyway, he's only gone to. We had a call from his college. It's like a welfare officer that worked in the school to ask us if we were aware that he had love bites on his neck. How things have changed.
Why? The only thing that's changed is they're out in the open now. Everybody was doing it before. They just had to keep it hidden.
Yeah.
But you're just allowing it to go on.
Now I've tried to talk to him. The dad talk about protection and stuff. It lasts about 0.1 of a second, and he's off. He goes, "Go away, Dad." I'm trying to talk to him because you never know. There's something going on, and I'm trying to tell him about protection, and looking after his tools and everything.
Does he work?
No, he's at college.
I'd say tell him that you support him, but you ain't gonna support his girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh, she comes from a nice family. She's different. She's different. One side of her hair is fluorescent green. The other side of her hair is fluorescent blue. You know what kids are like these days.
Yeah.
Pretty funky.
I watched an Irish girl. When I first seen her, she would keep her face painted all the time. And I mean clown face, fucking thick fucking painting on it. She got a boyfriend, and pretty soon all that fucking shit was gone.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. My wife did say something to her about being a boyfriend. She goes, "Oh, Harley's not my boyfriend." She goes, "What?" She goes, "No, he said we're just friends." But she likes him. She wants a relationship. But he said relationships are too much drama. So I don't know what's going on up there. He's been a bit calmer since because he's got all that ADHD and stuff, and sometimes he could be a bit of a handful. But since she's been coming around, he seems to be a bit calmer now. So it's swings and roundabouts, every cloud and all that stuff. Just as long as there's no babies and pregnancy and all that malarkey.
Yeah.
So my wife definitely does not want to be a grandmother. She's 40. I know in some states in the USA and other countries, a woman at 40 might be a grandmother, a great grandmother.
Yeah.
Because I think it is in Vegas and some states in America, they can get married as young as 14. Is that right?
I'm not sure in that.
Well, it used to be. Iran and places like that in these Islamic countries, as young as 9, if not younger. Well, they can even marry a baby, but not consummate the marriage, so to speak. But you get these guys that are 50, 60, 70 marrying a newborn child in Iran and places like that.
Yeah.
And then when they're older, once they reach puberty, then they consummate the marriage. A bit barbaric, as I'd say, but that's the way things are in the world these days.
Yeah.
Oh, Lulu! Lulu's in the house. I do like Lulu. Nothing to do with the food, of course. Have you eaten say yet, Myron?
Yeah.
Anything good?
Not really. I had Kraft dinner for breakfast and lunch. It's macaroni and cheese.
Oh, I do like macaroni and cheese. Did you get it out of the tin, or did you make it?
I made it.
Oh, wow.
Well, not. It comes in a box. The cheese is powdered.
So you rehydrate it.
Well, I mix it in with a little bit of oil.
Oh yeah, mac and cheese with spam. That's another good one. It's like a carbonara. What you're talking about, Lulu? Carbonara. Yeah, carbonara. That's like a cheesy sauce, pastry with bits of bacon or ham. I had a result today, Myron. I had to do some work for this charity. Their website, I think I mentioned it the other night, got hacked. But they get donated so much stuff. When I went in there and helped them out, they've had pallets and pallets and pallets of food from Amazon. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. Some really exotic food as well. Sweets, expensive stuff. I even got a load of beef jerky from America. And that's expensive over here. And they gave me like, wow, they filled the whole of my boot up. I don't know how much it's worth, but a lot of money, I think. A lot of produce of all different things.
Just a warning, it's about to rain.
Okay. What's the problem with that?
Nothing.
No, you just come in here to sniff around us. See, look, since I come home with all these things, there's lots of candy and stuff. My daughter here, candy, yeah, sweets. Yeah, she keeps making an excuse to come in here. Like she's just coming here to tell me it's about to rain. Like I'm bothered. I'm indoors. But it's an excuse to have a little sniff around. You know what kids are like. My kids are like seagulls. Not yet. They come in here like a tactical team. And they try to distract me while the other one robs me. Honestly, I'm not joking.
Can they hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
More money.
Pasha, say hello to Myron.
Hello, Myron.
Hello,
Hello, Dasha.
Is it real money?
No, it's not really money. All right. So she just found in the fridge, I put a chocolate bar. It says $1 million bar. I don't know if you've seen them. And it's got a picture, the chocolate bar in the shape of $1 million bill.
It does look like money.
Yeah, it does look like money.
Huh?
So out.
Alright,
Right, put that back in. Come on. You're distracting me.
can I tell you something?
I know what you're up
Your
to.
makeup picture.
I found some policy.
Yeah,
Makeup
no, close.
picture.
Out.
Oh my god, your makeup picture.
Hang on a minute, Myron, sorry.
Your makeup
Yeah, that's
picture.
okay. Just a little bit more pain than usual, Lulu.
Cheese, beans, heart, a nose hair, and eyelash.
Close the fridge. Just close the fridge. No, you've had some sweets tonight. Get out, both of you. Go on, I'm watching you both. Oh, off, close the fridge. Now.
You ever thought of putting a padlock on the fridge?
Yeah, this is, go on, out you go. No, I said no. Go on, I love you, but you're taking a mickey. Go on, out you go. Right, bye, see you later. Yeah, Myron, I've had to, I got like a separate building to the house, my office, my man cave. And I keep all my pinball machines and my PC, and it's all carpeted. It's like a big room, but it's massive. It's a big, huge room.
Yeah.
And I hide the food out here, but I lock it. And now when I go to bed at night, I have to hide the key when I go to bed. I normally put it underneath my mattress. So if I feel any movement, I wake up and I know they're trying to. And I got another car out there. Christmas time, I lock it all up in my spare car, and then I hide the key so they can't get in there. It's got an alarm on it as well. Honestly, I'll tell you, they're fuckers. They're like a SWAT team. Yeah, to get a bar of chocolate. And like I said, they tried to distract me, like I'm talking to you now. And that's why she came in and said, "Oh, Daddy, I just thought I'd come and tell you it's about to rain." So yeah, and what? And then while she's doing that, the other ones come in. You know what I mean? So then I have to get back into the back of the room, so I've got peripheral visual on both of them. Oh dear. It's not like they want for anything. They get plenty of everything anyway. Just greed. And I tried to explain to them, yeah, we've got plenty of everything for a reason. For when the shit hits the fan, basically. I don't say that though. And because we got it now, doesn't mean you need to eat it all now. That's the trouble. You know, I've got 5 kids. And so they kind of like, I don't know, they rob off each other. You know, they have their little safe boxes in here for their own personal things because you can't keep them in the house anymore. Otherwise, they'll end up killing each other because someone nicked this and someone nicked that and someone took that. Oh, God. Honestly. Oh, I don't know. Like I said, I've always, way before all this Kool-Aid and all that bollocks, I've always kept at least 6 to 7 months worth of food, just in case when I was installing a camera or something, or I become ill, I can't generate an income for a few months. So we all got a backup. I mean, look at now. I mean, today, I had to go out. I've got a car I don't use. I don't use it. I've got insurance on it, but I haven't got no tax or MOT. And I took the risk of driving 2 miles up the road to fill the tank up. I can't afford to fill it up, not at the moment. And I filled my wife's car up as well, because tomorrow, like I said, apparently it's going up another 30%. So, and when I got to the fuel station at lunchtime, before everyone finished work, they've run out of petrol already. And some other petrol stations in Swindon are people reporting on Facebook that they've run out of fuel again.
Huh.
Fucking crazy. It really, really is. And there's no point buying an electric car because electric's gone up so fucking much as well now. So that it's more expensive. They're trying to say it's more economic having an electric car, but it's not. Not in physical terms. So I don't know.
It's not only not any cheaper, but the electrical cars have a bigger fucking footprint than a gas motor.
Yep, 40% more of a carbon footprint. Well done. You remember, 40% more than and then what people don't realise is as well, the batteries, where they're going to be stored when they're exhausted. It just, it'll make you fucking angry. And the sheep fall for it. The lemmings continue to fucking go off the cliff.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. And we just crack on and we survive. We'll try to. I even bought myself a little petrol generator. I should have got a diesel one, really. But I even got myself a little petrol generator for when all the lights go out if we do have energy problems. This happened before in the UK, back in the 70s. They're early 70s with the coal miners' strikes. So where the coal miners striked, there was no coal to power the generators for electric.
Mm-hmm. But your gas power generators only
So many kilowatts.
it only lasts as long as your gas does. If you don't have a big stockpile of gas, your generator's not going to last that long.
No, I know. It's only as a temporary measure. I really should start thinking about getting a diesel generator, or the solar panel stuff. I've got to find some kind of alternative means of power because I don't want to be held ransom. Because if you've got no power in the house, all your food in the freezers are going to defrost. And I've got four big fuck off fridge freezers absolutely rammed with food. Meats.
But meat only lasts about 6 months if you freeze it.
Hey?
You
Oh,
know,
no. Yeah. But I'm about, if there's a power cut, there's no energy to keep the freezers from working, you can probably go up to 24 hours with no power before it starts defrosting, if it's a good fridge freezer.
That's true.
But we'll just have to wait and see. Just take it as it comes. You just deal with it as it's a challenge. You know, there's no point worrying too much. Be precautious, but there's no point letting this shit dominate your life. You know.
Oh, get your old lady to learn how to can.
Oh yeah. Well, we have watched. I do watch a few programs like that on some channels like these Wild Men and stuff like that. You know, living out in Nebraska and all these the Blue Ridge Mountains and all these far-flung places where they do trapping. You know, and stuff like that for furs and things and meat.
Yeah, but, people still can around here, and there's no mountains and trappings or anything like that.
Wow, it's good to hear that kind of skill is still being kept alive.
All it is preserving food.
Yeah. Salt's another good way of preserving food. Vinegar.
Yeah. But when you chop up moose or, well, any kind of meat really, and put it in there, you cook it while it's in the jar. And boy, it's even cold, just opening up the jar, it was really good.
Wow. So Canada is quite lucky. You got, I think, are you the second largest country in the world?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got all that, whereas England and some other European countries, which is a small little island or small place, and all they do is build houses, build houses, build houses. People buy from the supermarkets, buy from the soup. The thing is, farmers are worth their weight in gold. They're like the gods. I mean, instead of keep building on the land and not reusing other properties, that land should be used for food. People have lost sight, you know, of the like things from the Second World War. In growing your own produce, and also it reduces the carbon emission, reduces cost of fuel. Grow locally, buy locally, like you do. You buy your honey from your farm down the road.
Yeah, well, it tastes the best. And that's because it's honey from all the flowers that are around here.
Yeah, the pollen. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the one from, like I said, southern BC tasted like crap. It was sweet, but it just didn't taste like the stuff here.
Yeah.
And the one from Edmonton, which is only 300 miles away, but it wasn't as good, I didn't think either.
It's things like milk as well, Myron. You know, when we go and stay in different places in the world, the dairy products like the milk do not taste the same as what I'm brought up with around my local environment. So your taste buds, it's your taste buds are accustomed to your environment.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't say it's what you eat is what you taste like. Here they'll cook or raise up a cow for so long in the pasture, and well, here hell they'll just raise it right up, or maybe they'll raise it to within the last month or two of it before it's ready for sale, and they take it in and put it in a feedlot. Now, if they do that up here, they usually use wheat and hay to feed them, to get them to fatten up.
Mm.
But in the east, they use corn. And that gives the cow a completely different taste.
It's the same. Oh, sorry, mate. Go on. Are you still talking?
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, in Spain, you get the it's like, you know, like Palama ham. Is that the right one? You know, the cured pork, and you thinly slice it. So in Spain, they got different ones. Some are fed on what was it? Corn, chestnuts. No, acorns. Makes a difference. It's all about what they ingest, and it gives a tasting the meat. Up you go. No, that's supposed to be for your birthday. Sorry, Marvin, I've been sabotaged again. That's for your birthday. You're not supposed to see that. That's for your birthday.
You showed me.
I didn't show you that at all. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, you can't have those there for your birthday. Have something for your birthday, right? Go on, off you go, you little rat. No, you're supposed to be in bed. Look at the time, 10 o'clock. You got school tomorrow. Off you go. Myron, tell her to get to sleep. She's got school tomorrow.
You better get your butt into bed. School tomorrow.
Go on, off you go. That's Father Christmas. You won't get no presents.
I don't like presents from Father.
Yeah, you'll get a lump of coal at Christmas time if you don't get into bed.
You'd be lucky to get that with the energy crisis. It's like people will be giving for their birthdays and Christmas gift vouchers for a gallon of petrol. Off you go.
Come on, my fast is in 11 days.
Oh dear, those kids. Definitely be the death of me. It's too late to trade them in for a couple of dogs. You've done all right. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot in a minute. See you again this time tomorrow. I'm on another stream at the moment. Rights. I was on his stream. I said, I'm back in a minute because I saw you on there, so I had to jump back in and say hello. Otherwise, it's a bit rude because I left my StreamYard open with him. You'll be going off in a minute anyway, won't you?
Who, me? No, not for a while.
How long are you on for?
Oh, maybe an hour, a little longer.
Okay. That'll be Sly Stallone. I've never seen him before.
Me neither, but
Welcome.
he talks a lot like Epic. Aha, I thought of something. What? Do you need to go outside? Yeah, not head.
How you smoke those things you smoke? I smoke like that with tobacco cigarettes, roll-ups. I don't build big fat ones or anything like that, cigars, but it's that habit of having something in your hand, I think, especially when you've had a few, well, for me, would have had a few beers. Not a lot, but just you smoke more when you're drinking. That's why if you're gonna give up smoking, you've got to give up drinking as well. Because when you have a drink, I've given up smoking before. And then when I go down to Spain, I start drinking. Because it's so cheap, it's rude not to. Compared to England prices. You end up, I'll just have one as a treat. But then one turns into two. And I've got to go feed the foxes in a minute. What I do is I feed all the local wildlife around it. Whatever food's left over from what I pick up on a Friday for the charity thing, homeless people and that, there's usually quite a bit of food left over. So whatever's left over, I'll give to the foxes and the badgers and the wildlife around here. And as I'm speaking to you, because I've got CCTV all around my house, I can see foxes running back and forth to the spot I leave the food. So any food that's left over, the kids as well, if they leave any bits of food over, none of it goes in the bin. It all gets recycled. Like I said, one of my biggest pet hates is waste of food.
Yeah. Are you coming?
Yes, that's funny you say that, Sly Stallone. Because I used to say, when someone say to me, "Can I have a cigarette off you?" and they take my tobacco pouch, and sometimes they build a big fat one. I said, "Do you want a virgin to roll it on the inside of her thighs as well? Look at the size of that." Oh, sorry, have I taken too much? Well, yeah, I've taken a piss a little bit. I said a cigarette, not a cigar. Everyone, I mean, James, everyone should hate throwing food away because too many. I mean, it's too much plentiful food in the world, but so many people are still hungry. Another thing that doesn't add up: the amount of wastage that supermarkets get rid of every night is just. And instead of, luckily, I work for this charity, or I help out with this charity, and we've persuaded them not to put it in the bins because otherwise they're saving money because they have to pay for the waste disposal of extra food being thrown away. So, but now it's going to good causes, good people, people that need it. And like over the past 10, 20 years, you'll see yourself, never before has there been such a big divide between the rich and the poor. We used to have things like middle class back in the day. That's gone as well now. Well, the rich or the poor. Anyway, right. So I'll come back in a little while, Myron. I'm just going to jump back in on rights and say hello. Because it's 10:15 in the evening for me, and I can only push my wife get away with so much with her. It's called a school night. And I was starting to get back into the habit of getting in bed before 10 o'clock. We might watch a bit of TV, and then I'll get up in the morning. So I got into a habit a little while back, especially after all the lockdowns and all the other bullshit we had, of like staying up on things like YouTube until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, because you come across a good set of people like yourself and Slow Burner and Rights, and you're just having a nice time. You're reaching out to the rest of the world where you've been trapped indoors and not allowed to do this and do that. And it's good to see that even now things are starting to come back to normal-ish, that things like this, like you, are still going. So I thought that would all disappear when people can get back to their normal lives of going down the pub, the bar, going out to restaurants, going on holiday, going around them friends' houses, with the restrictions being lifted.
Yeah, but not everybody has that kind of a life.
Exactly. But it's still going strong. I think also people just fed up with the bullshit that the media are feeding us. And so when you come to like channels like this and other things, you feel a bit more normalized in some of the thoughts that you're being told that are wrong. Like, you should do this, you should do that. And you fall out with family and friends because of the media telling you different things. And so it kind of gives people a bit of a base grounding to feel normal again. So this is great. I mean, it is great. Not the way that the communication between all us different people from around the world, just a normal folk. It's nice to see that's still alive. I don't like the way that YouTube police their channels and fact find and randomly take people off for speaking their mind.
It's too cold for here, Sly. Chuck Norris can't make it.
You'd have to put up with his twin brother called Myron instead. Right, Myron, I'll come back in a little while, mate.
Yeah.
If you're here, I'll come back in. I'll close this down and I'll come back in.
Well, no, I'm just going to say, you have a good night. You go to bed because it's after 10 already.
Or I won't get any presents at Christmas.
Yeah.
All right, mate. All right, yeah, you have a good evening. See you tomorrow night, no doubt.
You too.
All right, Mel Mucker. You take care. Good night, guys in the chat. See you later. Bye-bye.
In Canada, any of the major networks up here are paid off by the Prime Minister. And I think it probably works the same way in the States too. Although Fox News doesn't seem to get very much fucking money because They're the only ones that talk about against governments. Hmm. One thing I couldn't do before I cut my mustache is light something this short without lighting it in front of me and then bringing it up. So who's still here? There's two people. Is it James is one? Well, yeah. They run all the big news, I think, in the fucking world, James. There's very few honest news services anymore. They're all being bought off. Rebel News in Canada, they survive on donations, but they will not take a donation from the government. So what you're saying is I should run for Crown Prince of North America? Head ruler. Money doesn't, a big bunch of money won't affect my life very much. So it'd be pretty hard to fucking buy me off. And that's what they rely on. But who would I get for bodyguards that I could trust? Because I think if anybody goes against them and gets elected in, it's not going to go along with what's already been decided by the Richie Rich.
Oh, I wished I could, James. But the only thing is, I can't do much more than what you're seeing. But I think I could rule this country a fuck of a lot more fairly than any of the other fucking prime ministers we've had in the past. And the first thing I would say is bring all the fucking war machines home. No more training people to kill people and then expect them to untrain themselves. That would be good for everybody but the rich people. First off, everybody, and I mean everybody, every company, eh, yeah, fuck, it should be everybody. Now, what was I going to say about the everybody? Fuck. That's right. But I think that and this is not my original idea, it's something that an actor once said. He thinks everybody gets taxed 17% before you can start going with all the tax evasion kind of deals. That way, the rich have to pay that 17% too. And that's way fucking more money than they probably pay now. I wouldn't doubt. Damn. Oh, I'm gonna make some tea and I think I'll play a song while I'm up. Hey, good Canadian band.
I'm through with standing in line to clubs I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the ninth and I'm never gonna win this. Life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be.
Tell me what you want.
I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs and a bathroom I can play baseball in, and a king-size tub big enough for 10 plus me.
So what you need?
I'll need a credit card that's got no limit and a big black chain with a bedroom in it. Gonna join the Mile High Club at 37,000 feet.
Been done.
I want a new tour bus full of old guitars. Mine star on Hollywood Boulevard. Somewhere between Cher and James Dean is fine for me.
So how you gonna do it?
I'm gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I'd even cut my hair and change my name. Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and living in the top bottoms, driving 15 cars. The girls go easy and the boys go cheap. Well, I'll stay skinny cause we just won't eat. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars and the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair. Hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. Hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. I wanna be great like Elvis without the tassels. Hire 8 bodyguards I love to beat up. Sign a couple autographs so I can eat my meals for free. I'm gonna dress mine with the latest fashion. Get a front door key to the Playboy Mansion. Gonna date a centerfold that loves to blow my money for me.
So how you gonna do it?
I'm gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I'd even cut my hair and change my name. Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and living hilltop bosses, driving 15 cars. The girls go easy and the boys go cheap. Well, I'll stay skinny cause we just won't eat. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars and the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair. Hide out in the private rooms with the latest dictionary and today's zoo. They'll get you anything with that evil smile. Everybody's got a nose speed now. Well, hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. We're gonna sing those songs that offend the senses. Gonna buy my food from a best dispenser. Get washed up singers writing all my songs. Let's sing them every night so I don't get them wrong. Well, we all just wanna be big rock stars and living in top houses, driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the come cheap. We'll all stay skinny cause we just won't eat. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars and the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy buddy with a bleached blonde hair. Hide out in the private rooms with the latest dictionary and today's zoo. They'll get you anything with that evil smile. Everybody's got a on speed dial. Well, hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. Hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star.
It's always been that way, James. The wages never keep up to the prices that are rising. Maybe the rich are deciding that they might want to eat us. Maybe they want to turn into cannibals. You don't know. Soylent Green. Good book if you haven't read it. What are you talking to, Sly? What the fuck is over the top? Oh, I know what that. Yeah, that was his arm wrestling fucking movie. Yeah, they really. I am crippled, Sly. I can't go anywhere. I can't do nothing. Uh, uh, oh. Okay, I don't have an agent, so how much am I gonna get paid? Yeah, well, I know how far a helicopter will go, and unless you're in maybe 200, 250 miles,
unless there's some way you can carry the fuel inside and pump it into the tank while you're flying. Oh, and don't tell me the check is in the fucking mail either. I would like cash. Hey, bud grower. It's not too bad now. This is fucking painful earlier today. But it seems to have calmed down a bit. Thank fucking Lord Jesus fucking thunder and Christ. Yeah. Grass gets you through times of no cash. Better than no cash will get you through times of no stash. Oh, bud. Beer is only good for kicking with. So how's everything going with you today, bud? Good, I hope. From what I've been told, James, Bud is a step up from Coors. Yeah. Well, good, you're hanging in there. Yeah, well, neither one of you have very good English, so I could see how he would be getting on your nerves. And if they got dust on them, you're not driving your fucking cars fast enough. Oh, hmm, how can I fucking lose it right here? Where did I put it? Fucking throw it out, did I? Oh, in the words of a great songwriter, son of a bitch. Okay, I fucking lost that here. Oh, there it is. Oh, I better get new eyes. Oh. Yeah, and what do you think? You were replaced by that little guy with the clock. No, I didn't. I shaved everything at the same time, James. I was gonna keep my mustache, and then I said, fuck it. I was tired of needing a napkin to eat. Oh, I look different. I don't know if I look younger. If I'd dyed my beard all black, would that have made me look younger? Probably not. But my hair, yep. And I ain't scared of getting older either. What? Where is it? Oh. Yes. Aren't you gonna go hide? Yeah. There's always older. Nobody's touching these golden locks but me, James. Hey, we set time back or ahead this weekend.
my body reminds me so constantly that, oh, I feel my age. Well, oh, 2 hours is the Real News Network. Hey, it's okay. You don't have to be like that. Come on, be nice. Some people smoke meth. Some people smoke crack. Some people snort coke off of Ricky's ball sack. I've tried them all. Don't get me wrong. Best high there is comes from a ball. I like smoking pot a lot. I like getting stoned alone. I like vaping weed indeed. I think edibles are incredible. I sure love them gummy bears. Pimp shampoo for my curly hair. Rubbing cannabis lotion on my cock. I like smoking pot a lot. Some people like pills. Some like huffing glue. I like marijuana, but that ain't breaking news. Some people like booze. Some like sucking dogs. Brother, I like both, but that's another song, and I'll sing it to you later. I like smoking pot a lot.
stoned alone. I like vaping weed indeed. I think edibles are incredible. I sure love them gummy bears. Hemp shampoo for my curly hair. Cannabis lotion on my thigh. I like smoking pot a lot. That's the shit. Sounds good, Leroy. Fucked up enough right there. I like smoking pot a lot. I like getting stoned alone. I like vaping weed indeed. I think edibles are incredible. I sure love them gummy bears. Hemp shampoo for my curly hair. Cannabis lotion on my tie. I like smoking pot. I like smoking pot. I like smoking pot a lot.
The coffee's good for you. It gets you more high.
Now, the first thing you're going to say is to be or not to be. It's going to come up in a second. To be or not to be. To free or not to free. To crawl or not to crawl. Fuck all those perfect people. To sleep or not to sleep. To creep or not to creep. And some can't remember what others recall. Fuck all those perfect people. Sleepy eyes waltzing through. No, I'm not talking about you. To stand or not to stand. To plan or not to plan. To stall or not to stall. Fuck all those perfect people. To drink or not to drink. To think or not to think. Some choose to dismember your rise and your fall. And fuck all those perfect people. Sleepy eyes waltzing through. I'm not talking about you. sing or not to sing, to swing or not to swing. Hell, he fills up the silence like a chalk on the wall. Fuck all those perfect people. To pray or not to pray, to sway or not to sway. Jesus died for something or nothing at all. Fuck all those perfect people. Sleepy eyes waltzing through. I talk.
Not much to look at. Well, neither am I. We ain't got much money. We barely getting by. Behind on the rent, water and phone. I used all my money to get my wife stoned. She gets funny and horny when a dope hits her mind. When she's not smoking, she bitches all of the time. She's my little pothead, it's alright by me. 'Cause I always get laid when she's smoking weed. Yes, I've had too many cocktails. Calm down, bitches. I'm not too good looking. Hell, I'm a little bit dumb. But I figured out a guaranteed way to get me some. Just keep rolling that reefer. You better believe. Hell, after one toke, hell, she's eyeballing me. She gets funny and horny when it dope hits her mind. When she's not smoking, she bitches all of the time. She's my little pothead, it's alright by me. Cause I always get laid when she's smoking weed. You damn right.
The devil went to Jamaica. He was looking to sell some weed. He was doing fine. They were standing in line. It was excellent weed indeed. When he came across this young man who was likewise peddling pot, and the devil slid down the beach to the kid and said, "Boy, let me tell you what. I guess you kind of figured I'm a reefer head, of course. And after all this time, I guess that I'm a connoisseur of sorts. Now, your stuff smells okay, but this could tranquilize a horse. I'll bet $1 million in cash against your stash because I think mine's better than yours." The boy said, "My name's Johnny, and you ain't smoked nothing yet." "Fuck! I'll bet $1 million in cash."
Didn't mean to do that. There. What the fuck is... Oh, I'm still on here. She had everything a man could want, a truck, 2 jobs, and a sister that loved to give it up. Still, I wasn't satisfied. It just wasn't enough. But I held out as long as I could. I packed my shit and I was gone, searching for that one perfect woman who could turn on Jack on and not Jack off. She'd have lips made for kissing and eyes that say romancing, and 2 big old titties on her back for when we're slow dancing. Well, I'm not like those other men, 2 just won't do. Kathy's always telling me Jack is biting off more than you can chew. She'll have lips made for kissing, on and on and sing romancing, and 2 titties on her back for when we're slow dancing. She's a skank and she's asleep. That girl is built to please. Oh, she can satisfy most any man. You know I've had my share. Yes, I've been all up in there. There's no one who can make love like my sister can. I saw her in the trailer, thought that I might nail her, but I did not use protective gear. Now we got a baby who left eyes a little lazy, and one eyebrow that runs
ear to ear. She's got cats on her knees. That girl is built to please. She can satisfy most any man. Oh, you know I had my share. Yes, I've been all up in there. There ain't no one who can make love like my sister can.
With that, I think I'm gonna call it a show for today. Catch everybody maybe on Slow Burners a little later. Thanks to UK for coming up today. And to everybody in chat except for Eleanor O'Connor. I'll catch everybody later.